Hello there and welcome to my channel. So this is going to be another story time. Today was extremely stressful for me. I didn't get hardly any sleep last night. I went to the gym and I have a torn labrum from years ago. I never got it fixed. I'm sorry, my TMJ's acting up too. But I'm going through so much. I messed up my torn labrum. I never got it fixed. So because my OCD kicks in, I went to the gym. And unfortunately, I have that no pain, no gain. So I put too much resistance on the machine. And so now I'm in a lot of pain. I've been in a lot of pain for a while now. And my shoulder and my back. It hurts on both, but it's the right that hurts the most because that's where my torn labrum is. Then I had my Spravato treatment this morning, also known as ketamine, Spravato. I've been pronouncing it wrong. If you remember, last time I was supposed to get it done, I canceled it because the last time before that I had a bad trip. Went this morning, didn't want to do it, didn't feel like doing it. And I told the psychiatrist, which really bothers me, because he either walks into the room halfway of my treatment, the end of my treatment, or right after I get my treatment, instead of getting it before my treatment. Once I shoot the drugs up my nose, from that moment forward, I could probably talk for the first minute, but then after that, I'm in another world. I don't even know what I'm saying. So anyway, he talked to me, and I tried to talk to him fast. I was like, I need to talk to you quick. I was like, because once this drug starts working at me, and I told him, I was like, if you gave me the option, which I'm not telling you, you're the doctor, on whether or not I want to continue with this treatment, because my insurance is going to pay for it to the end of the year. And it's costing my insurance $1,000 per treatment. Twice a week, that's $8,000. Now they want me to do it once a week, that's $4,000 a month. I said, it's a hard one to say. I said, because it hasn't been helping me, and the treatment is hell for me. I don't like it. I said, but at the same time, I'm not a quitter. I could have committed suicide and quit my life years ago. Being suicidal and not doing it, even though I tried it, but I'm still alive. So yeah, I would like to be a quitter. I'd like to be a quitter on a lot of stuff in my life. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I said, if you gave me the option, and he kind of was like, yeah, I'm giving you the option, without verbally saying. I was like, I don't know. I said, because if we stop after 12 treatments, I'll never know. But do I really want to subject my body to more? And then there's the question whether or not they're going to do the magnetic treatment. And I need a break. I said, I need a vacation. Then I got a phone call today. I came home from my treatment and I passed out. I was so drugged up. And my treatment didn't go good. Not that I want to see stuff, but normally when I'm on the treatment, I close my eyes, I see stuff, and I get some insight on my life. And it's very aggressive. It's like me putting you in a car and going 200 miles an hour and going right and then going left and going left and then going right and then going right, three, and then left and then back up. And you're like, whoa, hold up, stop. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to slow down. That's what the treatment is like. The treatment is like, I'm putting you on a trip. It's aggressive and it's fast and it goes at the speed that the drug wants me to be on. I have no control over the trip. And so I don't like that. But this time today, it was like I felt high and then it just dissipated. And then I was just extremely nauseated as usual. But the last few times I've been getting the treatment, it's made me more nauseated. And I'm taking my Zofran, also known as, it's Zofran. I can't think of the other name for it. So anyway, I'm getting to the bad part here. So I come home, I wake up, my shoulder and neck is still bothering me, and my back. And I get a phone call from legal aid. And I'm like, right away, I'm like, oh my God, they're calling me. I'm like, I've been waiting on this call for like over 2 months. It's an elderly guy. And he doesn't say they're going to take my case. He just gives me information. And I find out the legal issue of me possibly losing my house is more complicated and worse than I thought it was. And I'm trying to keep my composure. I'm trying not to cry. And I'm trying to keep my anxiety down. But it's just all bad news. And then some of the stuff he's telling me doesn't make sense or is going against the truth that I know that I found out so far with the legal situation. And he's telling me pretty much the opposite. And so I'm trying to share it with him. I'm like, well, I heard from the city and the title company this, and this. So I'm not arguing with him. I'm not telling him that I'm right and he's wrong. Because it's very well, I could be completely wrong and he's right. But this is a legal situation. We kind of be on the same page. Like, I need to know. You need to know the truth and I need to know the truth. And it's possible one of us doesn't have the truth correct. And he keeps interrupting me, which is fine. But I told him, I just got a text message from my friend saying he's going to bed. I told him, like, there's nothing I can do. I can't afford an attorney. And he doesn't say whether or not him or the office or the people in the office or whatever is going to take my case. He's like, right now we're just getting information. He's like, we still, because he said we get sometimes up to 1,000 calls a day. I'm like, that's a lot. Or maybe he said a week. But even if it's just 1,000 a month, that's still a lot. But I told him like the land was already been trying to be auctioned off, and he's not understanding me. It's really frustrating, and he told me I don't even want to say the bad news. It's not just I've lost so much in my life. I lost my first house. I lost my childhood home, which broke my heart. That was like over 16 years ago. I lost my Habitat for Humanity house. I have not done anything irresponsible, illegal, and I've never been behind on a bill. I don't deserve to lose all that. And so many people say, just be happy you have a roof over your head. How long am I going to have a roof over my head when I live in a house and I don't even own the land? All this sacrificing and all what I have done to get me here with this situation. Like, when is it going to stop? When am I going to get mine? When am I going to get what is owed to me that I put money, time, energy, sweat, work, sacrifice, and anything else I haven't mentioned? I've poured all those things myself: money, time, work, energy, dedication, patience. Literally poured it so I could have my own home, and it got taken from me. And then I poured it, maybe not the work, but I poured the hope into my childhood home that my father sold. And then I worked my ass off hard for Habitat for Humanity. 2 houses I worked on that I lost, and the third one, which is the second one, was my childhood home. I didn't work for that one. Okay, fine. Fine. Someone can say, well, you didn't work for that one. Okay, fine. So I worked for 2. And then people say, well, just be glad you got this house. How do I have this house? How? The guy on the phone told me, you don't even own that house. I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? He's like, legally, you don't own the home. Like, the things that was coming out of this guy's mouth, and this is coming from a legal office. I thought I knew who owned the land. The tax office is one thing. The title company is something else. This guy's telling me, I don't even know who owns the land. At this juncture, it's really unknown. I was like, well, I thought it's this company. He's like, that company doesn't own it. He doesn't have a number I can call him back on. All he said was, if you have any paperwork on the case, you can drop it off. Someone will be there hopefully Wednesday, but you're going to have to, like, really get their attention because they're pretty much closed because of COVID. And then he said, I'll see if we can possibly take your case. He was like, but I can't guarantee you anything. And then when I told him that the city tried to auction off the land, his demeanor changed. And the last thing he told me was, well, I wish you the best. Like, he went from, maybe we help me, maybe we won't, we don't know, to you're kind of on your own when he found out. Because he thought there was some hope left, but it's basically beyond what could possibly happen, and now it's about bidding on the land whenever the bid is going to happen. And the city has told me they don't know if they're going to auction off the land again or not. They won't even give me the answer. Like, nobody wants to tell me. And every time I talk to someone that is in a, you know, like, whether it's the city or the title company or everything, they always mention, like, get an attorney. I'm like, I don't have the money for that. And even the guy on the phone today, he said this could take years to get this fixed. An attorney is $5,000 for a retainer fee and $500 an hour. Years. If attorney needs to work out this on years, even if I had that kind of money, it would drain all of my money. If I had that kind of money. And he told me other things too that, like, really, like, I'm like, what? Huh? What are you saying? Like, more stuff about this. There's, like, more wrongs with this house that I didn't even know about. I knew I don't care anymore if people want to agree or disagree with me. I knew that when my father was in the process or talked about that he was going to sell the family home, I knew that my future would just... And the church told me, that's a lie from the devil. That's from the pits of hell. my friends and other people would say, stop being negative. Just be positive. And I dusted myself off and worked my ass for Habitat for Humanity and tried to listen to the church and my friends. The church that said, that's a lie from the devil. My friends that said, be positive. And I lost that too. And I knew when I moved into this house, which I'm pretty much renting from my dad, I knew, I could feel it. There was something up at this house. I've been here, you might as well say 10 years. And it's never felt like home to me. But regardless, with my mental problems and my emotional problems, it's a familiar environment. And a familiar environment is better than nothing. Like, I'm not asking for a lot. I'm not even, I've said this before on this channel, I'm not even asking to be happy. I'm not even asking for that. I'm asking for less than that. All I'm asking for is that, I've said it and I'll say it again, that my anxiety would completely stop. Or that the security and stability that I need to function would not be pulled out from under me or not cause me to worry. Because as long as I have security and stability, I pretty much don't have any anxiety. So either take away anxiety completely, or just make it to where I get that I always have a sense of security and stability so that I don't have anxiety. And I'll just deal with depression. And I'll live a poor life. And I'll eat peanut butter sandwiches every day. Like, that's fine. But I don't think I'm asking for a lot. Is it a lot to ask for? To say, I don't care about money. I don't even care about being happy. I don't care about being joyful and smiling. I just want either A, anxiety to stop, or B, that I don't ever have to feel like security and stability is ripped from me so that I don't flip out, don't have a panic attack, and don't wind up in a mental hospital. I woke up today when I told you I went to sleep from my medicine, and before I opened up my eyes, I felt like I was still back at my childhood home. And for a whole second or millisecond, whatever, I thought that everything that happened the past 16 years, it's just been a nightmare, like a dream. Not really a dream, I'd call it a nightmare. I mean, some good stuff has happened in 16 years, so a dream / nightmare. I don't deserve what I lost. I don't deserve the suffering. Not just what I'm going through now. Like, at my age, I've had so much suffering. I've been in and out of mental hospitals. I tried to join the Air Force. I tried to go to college. Like, I've said it, and I will say this to the day I die. If I came out with an autobiography, and I would need someone to help me write it, so that I could get my point across, but not go too much in detail, but enough. Not too much, but enough. That perfect balance. I really think that people would not believe it. They would say, how can one person go through that much? And what makes it worse is if someone went through what I went through, maybe it wouldn't be so bad if they didn't have the disability that I have. I had to deal with it with deep insecurity, depression, OCD, and anxiety. Which my OCD, depression, anxiety it's clinical bad. if it wouldn't be that bad, I wouldn't have had the losses. Like, all my losses, or almost all my losses, are due to my anxiety. And I'm so beyond tired of listening to Christians, religious people, God believers, atheists, friends, family, this person, that person, tell me that, well, you should have did this, or you shouldn't have did this, or this is the answer, or that's the answer. I knew what the answer was 16 years ago, that my dad shouldn't have sold the childhood home. I knew that that house is what held me together, the relationship with my family, my life, everything. And I don't care who you are and can sit there and tell me that I'm putting too much energy or whatever into our house. If I'm not going to listen to you. Because 16 years ago, I had the answer. It was internally, it was in me. Like, it wasn't the devil, it wasn't God. It was my own self, my own intuition told me, like, once your dad sells that's it. Like, it's, your life is just gonna go downhill. And it wasn't like, I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't like, it wasn't even a voice. It was a knowing. Like, you know your name. Like, a voice doesn't tell you what your name is. You just, like, you know the sky's blue. A voice doesn't tell you the sky. You just know it. It was deeper than a voice. But I got myself up, and I worked my tail off for Habitat. Lost that too. I wake up every day wondering why I'm still here. I'm just not I'm just not happy. It's beyond that I'm not happy. I it's pure suffering. Like I said, not my treatment that I had this time, but my last treatment. During my treatment, a part of me spoke, and it was not me. While I was tripping on ketamine, and a voice that came out of my physical body, I said to the doctor, "I'm suffering. Please help me. Please help me. I'm suffering." Several times. And I heard it with my ear, and I felt my lips moving, but it was not me that said that. And if you want to argue and say that was you, that's fine. But that was a part of me that wasn't me. Call it subconscious, call it my spirit. That's perfectly fine. I'm not going to disagree with that. But it wasn't the person that's talking right now, the one that's talking to this camera, the me that I know it's me that's talking to you. That wasn't the one speaking. So if you want to say it was my spirit or a deep part of me, that's perfectly fine. But it wasn't just the regular old me, the one that just talks day to day. Because I tried to stop, because I kept saying, like, I'm suffering, I want help. And I was hearing myself, and I was telling myself, okay, either stop saying that or explain yourself or whatever. And the other part of me was talking, and I couldn't stop. Like, it stopped when it was done. It. Who's it? Spirit, consciousness? I don't know. But it wasn't the person that's talking to you right now. I'm fighting a battle every day, and I'm so close to throwing in the towel. I'm getting to the point where I, I'm tired of caring. I'm tired of worrying. I'm tired of being responsible. I've done that my entire life, and it has not gotten me anywhere. I don't know why I haven't turned to popping pills every day. I don't know why I haven't become an alcoholic. I don't know why I just don't turn to marijuana and get high, or pop Xanax all day, or just whatever. Just go into to credit cards and just blow my money and just say, I don't care. Like, what is being responsible done for me? What is it doing for me? It hasn't done anything for me. You know, I had, and I still have excellent credit. That's what got me into Habitat. It would have been better for me to have shitty credit. Having excellent credit has given me more heartache. This is the prime example of how being responsible hasn't done shit for me. You know, they say that like you're supposed to learn from life, that you need to learn to be responsible. What if the universe is telling me everyone is different, and you don't need to learn to be responsible, you need to be learn a little bit irresponsibility? What if that is my lesson in all this? Maybe you think I'm crazy, maybe you think that doesn't make any sense or whatever, but you know what? Again, I'm tired of listening to everyone else when my own intuition is telling me either nobody or most people are not going to understand you, and they're not, period. I've argued with people that have told me that drugs are bad, and that, you know, like when I tell them I lost a home because because I didn't take my medicine, which is drugs. When I say I didn't take drugs, that's why I lost a house. And if I would have taken drugs, maybe I'd still have my house. And they say, no, that's the exact opposite. Drugs made you lose the house. I'm like, what are you talking about? Just because you're a drug addict and irresponsible doesn't mean the rest of us are. I had a friend when I was in the process of losing my first home. He told me, why don't you pop some medicine, smoke some weed, drink some Jack Daniels? I said, no, I don't need all that. All I need is God, Jesus, and then, of course, belief in myself. But I don't need medicine and drugs. And I lost my house. I'm so done and fed up. And the thing is that the things I'm telling you on this video, like, this doesn't even scratch the surface of the words that should be used. But I don't have the vocabulary. I don't think there's words that can explain and define the depth of what I'm really trying to say. We all deserve what we have coming to us. But why isn't my hard work, dedication, patience, waiting, sweat, tears, pouring my money into whatever it was, is, like, whatever you name it, I poured money, time, energy, sweat, tears, hopes, dreams, money, time, mental, physical work, research, pouring it into something that I lost, only to lose another thing, and then another thing. And now look at the situation that I'm in. And the very thing that's taken from me is the very thing I need, something to give me a sense of security and stability. Like, I have a mental emotional issue where I need a sense of security and stability. And why is the very thing that is giving me that keeps getting ripped from me, and I'm not doing anything irresponsible or wrong? There is some bug on my windowsill. I don't know what kind of bug that was, but I squashed it. I'm sorry. You know, I try to save bugs and put them outside, but half the time I put them on a paper cup or something, they get out. So, whatever. So I killed it. Sue me. Part of me wants to cry, but, like, I'm tired of crying that there's times that I can't even do that. Like, there's, or people say, you sound angry or bitter or salty or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. You don't think I've also had the feeling of hurt, sorrow? It's not like I'm just bitter, angry, and a pissed off person. And someone can say, well, you need to feel the other pain and cry. Like, I've done that too. There's times I just want to be held and just cry. But there's other times, like, I'm just looking at I'm in a state of mind where I'm just pissed. Where I want to, like, blow up the whole damn world. Like, I can't tell you many times that if I had the power to push a damn button and just blow us all to smithereens, I'd probably do it. Call it what you want. I really don't care anymore. I don't. You can either try to understand me or you don't. And most people don't. I don't know what else to say. I guess I'm done with the video. If you made it this far and you've heard me out, thank you. You're freaking amazing. I'm sorry I don't sound sincere, but I'm just really still hurt, mad. Like, there's so much negative emotions I have on me. So it's hard to be grateful and thank you in a way that seems sincere, because I have so much negative emotions overriding everything else. As much as I want to write a book, my memory, like, The stress, the depression is affecting my damn memory. And I'm tired of people saying, just hang in there. You're going to have a happy ending. It's all going to work out. Go. If you think that, do me and yourself a favor. Go on the streets into a big city. It doesn't really matter, but go to New York. It doesn't really matter, though. Just go talk to a homeless person. A lot of homeless people have been told by the church, their friends, their family, whatever, religious people, atheists, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not over yet. You're going to have your happy ending. You just wait. It's going to get better. I know it's hard right now. And right now they're homeless and they're dying of tuberculosis or AIDS or syphilis or cancer or lung disease or fill in the blank. And 3 days from now they're dead. So they were lied to by Christians and atheists and believers and non-believers and friends and family and people with money and people without money and people with faith and people without faith. There is no guarantee that I'm going to get my happy ending. There's no guarantee that things are going to get better. What if my intuition is right? What if it was right 16 years ago? And please don't tell me I'm being negative. Do you think everybody that winds up on the street with some disease was negative? Some, yeah, but not all. You think because you have faith and that you dust yourself off and get up and keep trying, that in the end it's going to be okay? I got news for you. Go ask someone that's homeless, because some of those homeless people are homeless because they put themselves there, because they were behind on their bills, and they were there because they did it to themselves, but not all of them. There are people out there that are dying on the street that didn't give up, that had the hope, that still have hope until you say they're dead. They're dead. So who the hell are you or anyone else to tell me that things are going to get better? You don't know that. You can hope they're going to get better, but hope does not make it better. Like I said before, I don't take baths in positivity, I don't take baths in negativity, and I don't take baths in hope. I take baths in reality. And if I'm so negative, then why did I work so hard for Habitat? Why did I dust myself off? If I'm so negative, then why am I not dead? Why didn't I commit suicide? I must not be that negative as people say that I am. Don't you think it takes hope and positive to still be around? When I say I fight something every day, what do you think that is? What do you think that is? I'm sure you can figure it out, whoever's watching this. And then people say, you're a survivor. Maybe I'm tired of being a survivor. You don't think a survivor is draining to me? You know, you put in the time, the energy, and sweat and tears, and then you can sit back and enjoy your life for what you worked for. When can I finally do that? I don't know what to say. I'm yelling at someone that is I probably shouldn't be yelling at, because you stayed this long. So, you know. Tomorrow I got a busy day on my hands. I need a vacation. No, I need to win like about not even a million. I need, if there's anyone right now that needs like an insane amount of money to like be able to say F it and just blow money and enjoy my life, it's me. I don't care if you agree or disagree. I don't care. The whole entire universe can disagree with me. I don't care. Thank you for watching my video. And until next time, I really hope you have a better day and a better life than me.